3, 2, 1.
Hoy hoy, Gary.
Hoy hoy. Yeah, the cocktail show. Let's get some drinks under our belt. Please come with us on our little journey this evening.
Kablooey.
Yeah.
Man's got his finger on the pulse.
Yep. That's what I do. You want me around, and Leslie knows this. I raise my hand. I don't sit there and listen to nonsense and go, that's interesting. Yeah. No, it's nonsense. Got my hand up here. Hey, that what you just said, that's nonsense.
Oopsie.
We don't try to make sense of anything because it's a fool's errand at this point.
And that's why we drink.
I'm going to do a hand party with my Manhattan. We'll get into all the drinking and thinking and stuff we do. But in the meantime, listen to this. Subscribe to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel. Email me, GarryMeierShow at GarryMeier.com. Text me at 773-888-2157. Follow me on Facebook while I'm still there. This is the GarrForce.
It certainly is.
It's time.
Crazy talk.
All right, here we go.
The cocktail show.
Get ready to have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Ooh, I like that.
Hello, testing.
Welcome aboard the Dreamliner.
It's the only way to fly.
Ooh.
I've allotted 1 hour for recreational activity. There's no time for irrelevant conversation. Fun will now commence.
Cocktail show.
Gary.
Here's a young speaker who is really in demand.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary.
But wait, there's more.
That's what I'm talking about.
He is Gary Meier.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Attention GarrForce, attention. The Central Florida Flight Control Ops Center is closed for routine maintenance. Switching frequencies to the Waukesha Control Center. Over to Wisconsin Charter Flight Operations in 3,
2, 1. It's Wisconsin, yeah, hey.
It's the Garry Meier Show Cocktail Hour live.
Cocktails, woo, drinks.
We're streaming live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central on April 21st, 2023.
And of course, no matter where you are, it's time for a digital mimosa.
The best way to watch this show is the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
YouTube. Subscribe to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
More eyeballs. It's a good thing.
Please like and share the show on all the social media channels.
Comments during the live show, wherever we are streaming, can be seen in our virtual studio
And we may show them on the screen.
and or talk about them.
Now, fasten your seatbelts. It's time to go wheels up on the GarrForce Live.
Live!
Come on. Leslie, I'm putting the good karma out there.
Can't we all just get along?
Here we go. Boom. Shakalaka. Hey now, welcome to the cocktail show. This is live, and I can prove it to you. The Supreme Court is going to make a decision before midnight on this abortion pill. I wouldn't know that unless I was live. Okay, one more step. I've got to kick the tires. There's one more step on Friday. Kick the tires, light the fires, Monday through Thursday. And then Leslie has the final sequence on the cocktail show. Hey, Leslie, and that is the removal of the wine condom.
And
Look at the
folks,
buoyancy.
this one.
Wow,
look
look at the
this.
tip on
Boink,
that.
boink, boink. Oh,
That's gonna go.
yes.
I
That's
hope
what
your
she
cat
said.
has I hope your cat has goggles on, because that thing's gonna go somewhere and maybe hurt something.
She's right here. So,
Okay.
duck baby.
Duck baby. Here we
Oh,
oh,
okay. Went in the other direction.
nice. Yeah, good trajectory for the cat. And what is the
I
wine?
deserve this today. It's a Josh. But
Ah.
I've got a story about another wine brand that.
Well, first of all,
some
cheers. We've
changes.
made it to Friday.
Cheers.
Oh, I needed that too. I seem to need it all the
Mommy's
time.
medicine.
Yeah,
That's
Daddy's
good.
having his medicine. And you want to tell the wine story now?
Sure, I can tell the story. I was purchasing my wine for the week and beyond. It's just so you know, it's cheaper to buy it in groups of 6 from a certain grocery store chain. So I had my little container all set up and I was going to grab a bottle, but there were these three people standing in front of the shelves and they were dressed in suits and, business attire. And I said, "Excuse me." And I went to grab a bottle and I watched them all go kind of like, "Oh." I said, "Did I grab the wrong one?" They said, "You should have grabbed the next one over." And so I said, "Oh, well, that's a variety that I really enjoy too. But if I might make an unsolicited suggestion," and I held the bottle to them and I said, "Screw tops," because screw tops are just, when you don't have a wine condom, screw tops are so much easier. And the guy's like, "Are you a plant?" Turns out that was exactly why they were there and what they were discussing, because this brand is going through some changes. They're going to be changing their bottle art and they're going to screw tops. And he said, "This is between you and me right now, but in the coming weeks, I will be featuring the wine that has now moved into the 21st century with screw tops." Who would have thought?
I
But
hope
I
they're
love them.
sending you a case.
They should, and well, and I
Okay.
will. I will talk more about it as soon as
Okay.
I notice those screw tops. He said the next what vintage, the whatever's coming off the presses right now will be bottled with screw tops and cooler bottle design.
Did
So
you
yay
pinky
them.
swear that you wouldn't say which brand yet?
No, I'm just a decent individual who, and
That's right.
I think all of us here could keep a secret, but I said it would. I'd keep it under wraps for a while, so I
You
will.
noticed
So there's your
probably,
tease.
well, we'll talk about it when it happens. And that is good because cork is probably getting rare and expensive to produce. That's my guess. And when you take the cork out, it doesn't go back in because it swells and you can't
Right.
get it back in. So the wine condom is where that comes in. A screw top. Is there a total difference of cork to screw top as far as taste?
Taste wise, no difference at all. It's just it used to be considered, low class to have a wine with a screw top. It was those big gallon jugs would have those screw tops, but I don't need to have a corkscrew to feel she when I'm drinking a nice bottle of wine. It's just fine the way it is.
Give you a good
Not to
screw
mention the
top?
fact the other thing that they're not doing when they don't have cork, they're using plastic. So, see, we're doing our part for the planet in avoiding some of those extra plastics. How's that?
That is good. And you
And then
noticed
I
in the
recycle my
opening,
glass bottle.
there it is. The switch of the command center from Orlando to Waukesha. I don't know why that was necessary to tell anybody because there's no adjustment the viewer has to make. But we like to be honest with you, the viewer, where Ryan is in the captain's seat tonight because producer Alan, is immersed in everything Disney and has to attend to that. So, Ryan,
I am.
this
I'm
is his
behind the
first time.
scenes. Yes, this is the first time in the captain's chair. So we're airborne. So and we haven't hit any goose. So all's good at this point.
Yep, we got the wheels up. Everything's fine. And
Yep.
here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start talking about some of the people who have checked in the comments section. And Keely Ann checked in first, as she always does. And she says, "I got my tax refund check this week. I bought some new toys for my schnauzer, batteries included."
Nice.
Nice. And then Lloydster was right behind her with this. "I'm investing in batteries."
It's people helping people.
David R. checked in several times. "I feel lucky. It's time to rub the schnauzer 3 times and make a wish." Yeah, that's good luck. We fetch on all fours on K-Dog, KDOG, the cocktail show. And we've got Ken.
We do.
I
In the
saw
meantime,
Ken.
Sandy checked in, and I like where she's going with this. She says Friday, no, Fry-yay. So
Fry-yay, fry-yay, dog.
Fry-yay.
I saw, but I think I saw Brian. I'm looking for Ken. If you can find Ken, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Just when he went goof free.
Yeah, the comments are.
All right. Let me
Here,
go to
there it is. Ken, is this Ken? Ken M?
Yeah. Happy Saturday Eve.
Oh, there you go.
I can go to the screen door. I think I'm looking at it.
Does Ryan have the, I don't know that he, he
Oh,
does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, I
Look
do.
at
Oh
you,
yeah.
man.
Don't sell him short. JL, Cindy, Wheeling, Illinois, checking in. Post-tax season. Yeah, I hope you filed. Otherwise, you know what can happen. Martin,
You
British
had till
Columbia.
the 18th.
What's today?
Today's the 21st, so it's
Yeah,
late.
you have
But-
the 18th, 3 days ago. Okay, Martin from British Columbia is here every week. Mike Maskow, the proprietor of Roast to Order Coffee and Tea. Hi, all. I don't know why I have such trouble finding how to leave comments. You just left one, Mike. It's right there.
It worked.
Yeah. And we got Lawrence and Marianne in Dubuque, Iowa. We got some people from Arizona that checked in too, I saw in the previous comments. And Doug, Karen.
Apologies to Karen. It was a little later than usual when I sent out her prize from last week, but it's in the mail now, I swear. And that's not just checks in the mail kind of thing. It actually should be arriving at your home in the next day or so.
Okay.
And before we get too far, I think we have a special guest that might be joining us.
Oh.
Okay.
George Clooney.
Okay, now.
George, are you there?
What is this?
Yes, I am.
All right, here we go. I think we've hit our first batch of goo.
That ain't Clooney.
No.
It's George. But
That's my friend George, but it's not Clooney.
No picture? Where's my picture?
I don't know. There's no, you're not showing up and that you have your camera on, George.
What the hell?
People are like, no, we're not going to put up with this.
Just when Ryan said no goo, we've just gone right into
Come
it.
on.
George, what's going on, brother?
Well, I got some big news today, Gary. Are you ready? We received our ASCAP license. We are now an official ASCAP internet show and radio station.
Okay, wait. This is not goo. Erase the goo. George was nice enough to research and get the license so we can play music.
Yay!
Right.
Yes.
Isn't that something?
Yes, it is.
From now on, Gary will only be able to talk for 30 seconds at a time and then
I'm
go
gonna
right back to music.
Right. I'm going to play 5 records in a row and come out and tell you the title and artist of songs you've known for 40, 50
Forever.
years. Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm going to get the sticker and send it to Alan, kind of our legal advisor.
Yeah.
And they're very nice. They actually called me live from Nashville about an hour ago. Isn't that something?
Called you. Wow.
Wait,
Who
from
does that
Nashville?
anymore?
Thank you for your
We only
payment.
play country music
Thanks.
now?
Yeah, thanks for the payment. And
It was sponsored by, and I don't know why my cameras are working, our good friends at Buddy Bear Car Wash, 14 car washes in Chicago. And we might even spend some more money, okay?
Thank you.
Just some commercials.
Nice.
Yeah, there's over 3 million phone records in the ASCAP library, and that includes all the Beatles. And I know you're a Beatles fan. So Ryan, we're going to queue up some music one of these days, theme songs, write theme songs, and our good friends. What's the name of that group out there, Leslie, out in our area? That beautiful group.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
And
Our
they can do
favorite house band.
they can do their originals now, and that is allowed on ASCAP. So.
And their covers. Yes.
Yes.
And their
that was
covers.
really what started it, because we had them on and they did an original. And they do a lot of covers, but we couldn't do that. Now we can because of George and Buddy Bear Car Washes.
Yeah,
Yay.
14.
Yeah, baby.
And we're opening number 15 this Tuesday in Chatham on the south side, Gary, not far from where you grew up on 83rd and Stewart. And we even got the United States Congressman coming out, our friend Jonathan Jackson, to break the ground. So I'll have a little video from there
Look
on
at this.
Tuesday.
This is America at work here, folks. All right. Car washes, congressmen cutting the ribbon.
Yeah.
That's what I
Sweet.
like about this country.
It's
All right,
great.
George.
All right, I'll
thank
let you go. Ryan,
Okay.
thanks for tapping me, and I'll see you guys. Bye.
Thanks, George.
Thanks,
Yeah.
George.
So one week we'll just do music. We'll just pretend like we're DJs.
Shoot,
Ladies
man,
and
it is
gentlemen.
Friday. This is
Ladies
very
and gentlemen.
Oh,
right.
Gary, can you do that thing where you talk it up to the post?
Talk it up to the vocal, which I think
Yep.
is very irritating, but the
It's
people
it's
that
what
do that think
DJs
it's
play.
right, think it's some kind of skill. I
Uh-huh.
hate that.
Oops.
Oh
Okay,
boy,
so
oh
maybe
boy.
we won't be doing that.
All right, and then as JL said, buy your car from Bettenhausen, and then go get it washed at Buddy Barry. Yes, we're full service.
This is
Hey, I got to
awesome.
talk about my friend David Muir. And this is in general, and it's not just him, but am I misreading the importance of this? The Alec Baldwin story, where yesterday he was cleared of the charges, that was the first story that David Muir had on his ABC World News Tonight. The first story, like that involves all of us so much. Oh, good, because I was wondering, I have an armorer that I'm going to hire, and I just want to make sure I have the right one. I don't know what that's all about.
I think it was Inside Edition we were just watching, and they were chasing his wife down the street to try and get comment from her. It was very important, and Alec is here. Okay, so is it kind of weird that they've decided to go ahead with production on this
I know
movie?
he's going back to do the movie.
I
Wouldn't you just go, okay, that was not fun. I'm going to just, that's enough of that. I got cleared. I'm going back to complete the movie. I think, I don't know this for a fact. I think I heard this, that there's something where the husband is involved in the production of this now, and some of the monies are going to be filtered maybe in her honor. They're going to finish it. Something like that, I think, is in the works.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they're going to try and spin it some way. And now that I think about it, do you remember the movie Twilight Zone?
Yes.
And that was Robert Zemeckis, right? Was it Robert?
No, that was
Zemeckis?
Steven Spielberg.
Who?
Oh,
well,
no. Landis. Landis. The guy who did
there you
Blues
go.
Brothers.
And and what? Some children, a child and an actor were killed in.
Vic Morrow from Combat, if you remember that in the 60s, and 2 kids were decapitated when a helicopter crashed into them. Your
And
point
yet
being?
they went back into production and finished the movie, and that wasn't even the strongest vignette.
Yeah,
but
they had, what was it, 3 or 4 different segments that were all separate.
because they redid the one, the classic one with Captain Kirk and the thing on the wing.
Thing on the wing. That's what
Yeah.
it's called. Thing on the wing.
I'm sure it's called Thing on the
Thing
Wing.
on the
yeah.
wing. Yeah.
Ah.
In the comment section, my good friend Jim Foster has checked in, and he just confirmed it's Vic Morrow that we were talking about. Jim was a producer of mine back in the day, and he's going to really enjoy the fact that we're going to be playing music again, because when he was producing the show, we played music a little bit, just a little bit. So going back to the Doobies and the Zap.
Well, just round us out a little
Oh,
bit. Maybe
yeah.
we could do reaction
We'll take
videos
requests.
like all those other kids on the interwebs where, ooh, let's listen to Karen Carpenter for the first time. Well, heavens to Betsy, she's got quite a voice, that woman.
And they run vid on their reaction, and that's like a TikTok vid or something.
And it's huge. I mean, they have thousands of views, so maybe I shouldn't mock. Maybe we should be doing
Hey,
that.
I'm not mocking anything. I don't know what the hell works or doesn't anymore. It's all whatever. Hey, okay. So let me finish this. David Muir. This is another David Muir moment. I love this guy in such a weird, bizarre, goofy way, because he's got the broken collarbone, it seems, and he can't straighten his head out.
It really is so obvious now.
It is. He went to Sudan because they've got a lot of trouble there. Did you see any of this?
No.
Oh my God! It's so creepy. He flies in, and these people, Mike. You think you have it bad? Watch these segments in Sudan, and these women are digging in this dirty water for I don't know what, making there's flooding, so they're trying to make a dam with their hands, and all these kids are starving, and he's walking around fist bumping and pretending like he's involved somehow. I don't know why he was there. Anyway, I guess they raised some money for Sudan by doing these reports, but it's just so weird.
Once again, it's like Alec
weird.
Baldwin's movie.
Yeah,
we're still kind of whoring here, but look,
right.
we're doing something
right. And this Jamie Foxx story, have you heard about this? Jamie Foxx has been in the hospital for a week and they didn't say why.
With
And
an
this is
undisclosed illness.
right. And this
yeah.
is a big story. And I'm thinking, isn't this between Jamie and his family right now? And why don't I have to respect his privacy? Wasn't I told that at some point?
If he wants privacy, yeah.
Okay, but it's all over. Is this my point being, Leslie? Is Alec Baldwin and Jamie Foxx, are they the biggest stories that we can really get into right now?
I've read all sorts of stories that I, as a news director, might think are
Right.
more important, but
Right.
no, this is what America wants to hear.
It
Because
is.
David
Okay.
Muir is still the #1 newsman in the United States of America.
All
God,
right,
my hair
and-
is really screwed up. Sorry,
Yeah.
folks, I didn't.
What?
I didn't do usual show prep.
You do
today.
that before the show, Leslie. This is TV now.
Where are my people? Get my people in here
God
to fix
damn
my
it.
hair.
All right. I'm going to now share this interview I have done with Jason Johnson from ProjectK9Hero.org. Jason is on a plane right now, so I had to tape it a few hours ago. And I mentioned last week this video that we're going to play inside the interview. I saw it again, and I'm blubbering at the end of it because it's just so heartwarming on so many levels. And well, let's show the vid and we'll talk afterwards. My guest tonight is Jason Johnson, the founder of ProjectK9Hero.org. And this is a sanctuary for dogs that have retired from the TSA and police departments around the country. Jason brings them to his sanctuary in Tennessee and cares for them for the rest of their lives. And the government has no program. Let's just put that out there. Jason, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, sir. I'm happy to be here.
I'm always glad to have you on. And every month I feature your calendar where one of the dogs that you have cared for, and I say past tense because this year, I believe all the dogs that you feature on your calendar are deceased, right?
Yes, sir. That's a memorial calendar this year, and each one of them has served either the military, police, like you said, or the federal government. And we honor, part of the program is not only to pay the medical bills, we pay the food and the death benefit assistance, and we have that rehab rehoming, but we do a portrait at their end of service, and we give that to the family. We have a world-renowned pet portrait artist named Nikki Furman in the United Kingdom. She does those for us. We ship them over here, and they are just amazing.
Before we talk any further, I want to play a video that you sent to me, and then we'll have a deeper conversation about the sanctuary and how amazing you are. Let's roll that video.
Wonderful things happen here. Wonderful things. Good things for dogs, good things for humans. Wonderful things. I'm Mike Stanton. I'm a retired, certified, registered nurse anesthetist for over 45 years. I'm a Vietnam veteran scout dog handler. I had a dog named Chief, X463. Today I'm here to adopt Pedo, a retired federal police dog, and I'm anxious as can be. I adopted a retired military working dog in May of this year. She was a sweetheart, 9 years old, had bad hips and some spinal problems and some eye problems. What I didn't know was she also had cancer, and I lost her 8 months later. She was a pet, and she was a great pet. She became my Velcro dog. Everywhere I went, she followed. When Dazina died, I was wondering whether to even have another dog. The answer was yes. And then I found out that there was a dog available. I'm all in. I'm so pumped. It's unbelievable. I'm looking forward to it. In 1969, I enlisted in the Army, and shortly thereafter, I found myself in Vietnam. I was just amazed at the dog that they issued me. Chief kept me alive. I owe a huge debt of gratitude to Chief. I wasn't able to pay it back. Chief got caught up in that massive euthanasia thing. I didn't even get to hug Chief goodbye. Chief saved my life so many times. And when he needed me to save his life, I wasn't able to do it. Chief was my hero. Chief gave it all. Me giving Pito a home is phenomenal. It's the ultimate for what I could do to remember Chief.
Mike, you ready to meet Pito?
Yeah, Peter looks like he's working right now.
He is. He's checking it out.
Yeah, he's checking it out.
I'm just going to let him try and check you out.
Peter, you want one? You want one? Good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Peter's a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. You're rubbing on me already. He's leaning into me. I love him. I love him. Lots of energy. He's got lots of energy. This is nice. This area here, this large fenced-in area. This is nice. Project Canine Hero is phenomenal. Canine bills are just through the roof. Getting the bills paid for the vet, the medicines, procedures, even end-of-life things is just huge. I can't say enough good things about it. When you adopt a dog, you don't know what's in store for you. In Dezina's case, I knew there was problems. I didn't know she had cancer, but Project Canine Hero was there the whole time, all the way to the end. Dogs give you everything. You know, somebody once said humans give dogs the space they can afford, the time they can afford, the food they can afford, and dogs give humans everything. Everything. Dogs put their life aside, boy, to love you. Good boy. Peter's a good boy. Yes, you are. Peter, you're a good boy.
That is not the first time I've watched that video, and it chokes me up every time, Jason. And I have to say, on many levels, it chokes me up because, as we all know, the veterans of our military from Vietnam back, PTSD was not diagnosed. So these poor people had to live with all that trauma. And as we can see here, what these dogs have done for this man, and because of you, he was able to come and take this dog from your sanctuary. I was introduced to you many years ago by my friend Roberto, who adopted a dog, a TSA retired dog. Let's talk about how the process works. The government has no program. I've mentioned this a number of times, which is remarkable because that seems like they could cut some money for these dogs that in a lot of cases might save our lives.
That's correct. And, you know, my background is in police, in military, and federal government, and working overseas. So we see it at all levels. There's a few, you know, cities or counties or states that might give a little money, but the real problems that these dogs have when they get cancer, lymphoma, and in Bart's case, who worked at Chicago Airport there, we've probably spent $20,000. He's had several surgeries, as you know. A government employee who adopted him, Roberto, they're not getting paid any extra money to foot this bill, and out of the kindness of their heart, they're taking it in. And then you have dogs like Pito, who was unable to stay with his handler in retirement. What happens to dogs like those? So we're here to help them not only with the medical care, but make sure that they have a forever home to go to. And we have great supporters like Mike. Mike's probably one of the best stories I've ever heard in my life. I mean, just from what all he's been through, what his experience was in Vietnam as a scout dog handler, and now working with our organizations, one of our national ambassadors. Dezina was in our program. Now he's got Pito. And, you know, it's an important story to tell that, you know, a lot of people think about what happened to the dogs in retirement. And, you know, I've dedicated my entire life and my entire career to ensuring that they get the help they deserve.
How long have you had the sanctuary in Tennessee?
We've been out there for about 4 years, and we are working on building some buildings. We've got a temporary kennels, and you saw the play area in the video, and we have a temporary office. But we have plans to build much of bigger buildings, adoption cabins. So when Mike came out, if our adoption cabins are up, him and Pito could have stayed for a night or two there, worked with our staff, see how he was in the home. these are all the things that I'm just trying to do to take it to another level for success of the program. But we're always looking for corporate sponsors who might want to have naming rights to one of the buildings. Obviously they cost a lot of money to put 6 buildings up, but it's 177 acres. It's a beautiful part of Tennessee, centrally located. And, so if anyone's listening and want to check us out at projectk9hero.org, shoot us a message if helping us build that facility is something someone would like to do.
You were able to purchase that land by donations, right? That's how you got the land.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We moved to that part of Tennessee because the price per acre is fairly reasonable as compared to other parts of the country there in Tennessee. But it's also centrally located where people can drive to. We've had government employees drive dogs all the way out from Seattle, dogs from Fort Bliss, Texas, drive all the way to our facility and work with us there. So, I look forward to putting more resources out there. We're building a grooming area right now. We had a nice stainless tub donated. So many great things from our sponsors. We're doing really good on that, but it's really the buildings that we need help kind of trying to get up so we can take more dogs pedo and create more stories like the one you just watched with Mike.
How many dogs do you currently have under your care?
Today we put in dog number 230 in the program. Now, some of those have passed. About 125 are still alive. Like Bart. Bart's been in the program a long time. I want to say maybe since 2017, because Bart retired at a young age. So he's probably been in for 6 years. And we are committed to putting one new hero in a week. So that's 52 a year. And when we make that commitment, it is about $20,000 to $25,000 over the span of the life of the dog, depending on how long they live. So every week we're making a commitment to $20,000 to $25,000 with a new hero, and that's a lot on us. We got to make sure that the donations keep up, that our supporters keep going. So we really lean on our wonderful donors and corporate partners to make sure that we're able to do that.
Is the plan, Jason, when the dog arrives at your sanctuary, to get them adopted out, or only in certain cases depending on the health of the dog?
It can be both. And really, in Peto's case, he didn't have any behavioral issues. A lot of the ones we get will have aggression issues, biting, bit a family member, bit the handler or trainer, or multiple times. So we're trying to learn the triggers of the dogs. And that's the way I look at it. Dogs, like humans, can have PTSD. You kind of talked about with our Vietnam veterans. Think about all the things that Chief went through, all the explosions, all the jungles, all those things. That puts a wear and tear not only on their physically but mentally. And so some of our dogs are getting on military service and they're not able to be adopted. We have military working dog Rasta has been out there for over 2 years. He's 13. While he probably could go to a home, he's the safest he's going to be at our sanctuary because I know he can't get himself in trouble there.
When I was watching the footage of that earthquake in Turkey, you saw these dogs going over the rubble, stepping on rebar and all these other sharp objects, and they don't have anything on their feet. And that's what they do. These dogs do things that humans can't do.
That's right. They're amazing.
Yes, and you know this, we need to take care of them. And when I first heard, and I keep repeating this because I still can't believe it, that the government has no program for this, it seems absurd for what they do for us.
Yeah, these dogs do so much for us. In the airports where it's looking for explosives, taking illegal drugs off our street, search and rescue, looking for either survivors of things like that. And there's been many documented cases of dogs saving the lives and all aspects. And our patrol dogs that work right here in our cities and our communities, protecting the public. They do so much for us. And for me, when I quit my perfectly good government job so I could do this full time, it was really a no-brainer to me. I mean, it's my passion, and I thought to myself, hey, I have a background for it, so it's a natural fit. But if I didn't stand up for him, who's going to do it?
So what would happen if Jason wasn't doing this? They could end up at a shelter, most likely at a shelter. Then if they're not adopted from the shelter, we know what the end result of that is.
Yeah, almost every dog that we currently have at our facility, we have 10 in the rehab rehoming program there right now. Each one of those was going to be to be euthanized had we not been able to accept them.
Wow. And you have a number of items that you sell to get money into the sanctuary, and that would be the calendar, as we mentioned, but you have all kinds of things for sale.
Sure,
right?
yeah. We got shirts. We got the Mattis shirt, hats. My children's books are on there. Everything that you can think of, from lapel pins, the challenge coins, to tumblers. Yeah, I really encourage people, if they want to support and get something back for their donation, at projectk9hero.org, they can check it out, go into our shop, and they make great gifts.
Well, this pet industry is billions of dollars in revenue every year. And you would think that somebody that is involved in that chain could step up. And let's make that our goal here, to get somebody to start helping you build those buildings in Tennessee.
That's the number one goal, because again, we have a huge list of dogs who need to come there, and we don't have the space. And rather keep building temporary, kennels and shelters. We just need to hopefully get the right corporate sponsor who wants to put their name on that rehabilitation rehoming center, and let's get it up and get it going so we can save the lives of these heroes.
Well, I will continue to talk about the featured dog of the month, the projectk9hero.org dog of the month with the calendar. And I will continue to have you on over the months and years so we can get some money into your coffers to keep these dogs happy for the remainder of their lives. You're doing a great job, Jason. Always good to talk to you.
Thank you again for having me on, sir, and I look forward to our next visit.
Thank you. Well, there you have it.
Wow. So I was able to get my shit together after watching that video. Golly, man.
Did you catch that moment that Mike said those dogs that were used in Vietnam were just euthanized? Here's what I'm hearing, that after the war was done, they just euthanized all those dogs.
Right.
Oh my God.
That was the answer, was we don't need them anymore. In the same way you get rid of other equipment, they were just extraneous equipment.
They didn't want to bring them back
too
to
much
the
of a
States.
hassle to bring them back to the States.
Right.
So,
Didn't want to bring them back to the States and blah. Oh boy. Okay. So projectk9hero.org, that's the website to go to find out where to make donations, buy some of the merchandise that helps Jason house those dogs.
And speaking of that merchandise, that's going to be part of our super special giveaway. I've been holding on to this for a while. I know the seasons are changing, but I've got a Project K9 Hero sweatshirt, and it's really beautiful. It's a size medium, but that's going to be part of our prize package, along with the book that Jason was talking about K9 Flash. And we've got a Project K9 Hero sticker to go with it all as well. So we're going to be K9 Hero heavy today. But I should also mention, I've got a cool varsity patch. That was courtesy of Scott and Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles in North Aurora, Illinois. We've got an Oh Yes sticker because they're our favorite house band. Ball liquor. Look at this condom. It's afterthought now. There's your wine condom. That's what started it all.
That's standard.
And we even have some bendables from Tracy in Wisconsin, along with a slime-filled egg.
Wow. That's all one prize package.
One prize package today and today only. Yep.
In a little while, we'll tell you what the phrase is to put in the queue, and then the computer will pick the winner at the end of the program. All right, so let's go to a lighter topic, although I think that's a good thing that we are bringing attention to this. And prior to, as I have stated, prior to meeting Roberto and Mike, or Jason, and now Mike, I didn't think that could be the program. And Bart, where the government has these dogs in their employ, and then after they're done, we're done. Too bad for you.
And as Jason alluded to, these dogs are sometimes trained to be high energy animals.
Yes.
They're working dogs. And so they don't necessarily make the best pets. So they end up in a standard shelter. They don't know what to do with these animals. So like you said, they end up euthanized otherwise. So thank God people are finally waking up.
Yes, I'll never forget the first time Roberto brought Bart over to my mother's house, because Roberto lived close to my mother. And I was out there visiting my mother, and I said, come on over, bring Bart. I want to meet Bart. So Bart gets out of Roberto's car, runs to my mother's car, starts sniffing around the wheel wells. And then we bring him into the house. He runs up to the bedrooms and starts sniffing under the beds and everything. It was marvelous to watch. What a great dog. Such a beautiful dog.
That your mom... Your mom was
Well,
not a cocaine
right.
smuggler.
She
So
was
that
not a
good.
drug mule. And I was wondering at that point, I wasn't sure. Okay, Ryan, you were on a motor trip last week from Waukesha to South Carolina.
I was.
And I just got in the mail today some of the rewards from your trip. I got the Boost oxygen canister.
Thought after this week you might need it. Just there's a lot of goo going on.
A lot of goo out there. I'm going to use it right after this show. See how it works with my Manhattan.
Is it flavored? Like, is that Mountain Spring, or is there Lavender Field or something, or is it just air?
Is it flavored?
I think it's just
regular old
air.
Oxygen.
Just regular old oxygen.
And he bought the oxygen at, what is this?
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Remember that travel plaza we talked about?
Yes. This is a magnet of Buc-ee. And we had mentioned it, and you said to see it up close, though, is just not to be believed.
Craziness. It is.
What is it? Is it a Walmart? Is it a Costco? What is it?
It's a travel plaza. It's like the Loves or the other ones, but it's on steroids. I mean, it's just, we met a lady at the gas pump and she said she stops there. It was in Kentucky on her way from Georgia. And she said, hang on to your kid. He'll get lost, but it's the best place ever.
Oh, good advice.
Well, with that, it is still like a truck stop as well. So are there places where one could shower in this?
We didn't explore there. There's the picture kind of from the parking lot. We couldn't find a parking space anywhere. I mean, it was jammed. So it's craziness. That's the outside.
There are how many gas pumps?
120. Here's a little bit feel in the inside. There's Hank by all of the Buc-ee. But you can see there's stuff for Buc-ee's for your birthday party. And I mean, it's just nuts.
Is it food? Is it merchandise? Is it
all of that? It's food, it's merchandise. Let me find, I have a picture of the, I thought I had the picture of the, oh yeah, here it is. It's hard to see.
What is that?
Let me make that full screen here. It is, that's all the sandwiches they're making over in the kind of the area where you get the food. So
you said there were hundreds and hundreds of people in this place.
Hundreds and hundreds of people. I mean, it was crowded, but it was manageable. It's just.
And this is a regional thing, but they're going to expand. Did you hear that?
They're out of kind of Texas, Georgia. They're working their way up into Tennessee, Kentucky, and then, as I did that story a while ago, in Madison. So it's a kind of a cool place. And then
nice.
The magnets.
Their slogan should be "Nice Beaver."
We got the stuffed beaver, but Jamie won't let it near anywhere we're sitting because she said it looks creepy. So,
do you have it handy?
I don't have the beaver. No, I didn't take a picture. I'll bring the beaver in next week and have him as a mate here on the flight. He'll be first officer.
Yeah. All right. So the trip went well.
Mascow,
what did he say?
Clarified that there is a sign that says no 18-wheelers. So it's not really the truck stop. It is.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, correct. It's more of a just pedestrian travel plaza, not for the hardcore truckers.
And is the gas relatively cheaper than ever?
Yeah, it was like mid threes, so not the lowest we've seen, but
everything else around.
But you could go to pumps 1 through 37 and get non-ethanol. So that was, if you wanted to be a purist, you could go up there and get that.
Did you try the food?
The food's wonderful. I had pulled pork, and it was just.
Oh, I love pulled pork.
Pulled pork, and on the way out, and I didn't grab a picture of it, or maybe I did. I texted you guys. They pay really well. I mean, the management staff, you're in the 150s, 175s. I mean, they pay really well at those places.
Oh.
What?
So,
I'm in the wrong business.
So it's like Costco. Weren't they always known for paying their employees better than the average mega store?
Yes,
okay.
You could easily make $20 an hour in different departments, and they had everything from bakery to kind of car wash to all of that laid out. So I think it's a good company to support their employees, and it's just a kind of destination if you're traveling 14 hours and you see it on the side of the road.
And to my liking, at least by that picture, it looks like it's super clean.
Oh, very clean. As I said, there's 200 people, but they had 5 or 6 people just working on the soda fountains, kind of making sure they were all clean and well stocked. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very, very nice place.
So Ryan and his family drove down, but they broke it up into 2 parts on the way down, but they decided to cannonball it and did the 14-hour drive back all at once. I can't do 14 hours in a car.
Because we had to get home for the bowling tournament that's in Milwaukee. Come on.
And that's where his wife and son are tonight. Back in
No, they're just practicing. That's Sunday. But
Okay.
let me switch views here if I can do this.
She's totally leaving you.
There's Hank. There's Hank with the winning trophy. So that was a
tournament he went to?
Yes, the tournament he went to, and it was held on FS1, so they were on TV because they got front row seats.
Of course they did.
So here you can't see it very well, but there's Hank and Jamie, and they made signs, and it's out of control.
Oh my God, they're so into this. It's funny.
I texted you guys and said it's out of control. It's
oh, you haven't seen them in weeks.
It's just out of control. So I think Leslie made the comment, I better get a kick-ass bowling shirt and get there before some daddy steals my wife and my kid.
The dude abides, and he abides around your wife all of a sudden. Yeah, this is going to be the little Lebowski is going to be your son's name from now on. You better get busy, mister.
I know, because she said, well, I got to bowl this weekend because maybe we can find some people to give us some more tutorials. And I said, like that 30-year-old, but...
Uh-oh. That 30-year-old, yes. Okay, so on to other things so he doesn't completely melt down on this program. What about some of the pictures that we are going to feature, Ryan?
Here, this sums it up for us because, we were gone, it was 80, and then we came back the next week and it snowed.
So people cut their grass when there's snow on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever happened to the no mow till Mother's Day? No mow May?
That was so 2022. That I think that's...
okay, so now we don't give a shit anymore.
We don't give it. We just go at it. But I like that better because people didn't take care of their yards once they kind of got into it. It was a mess. So,
and they did that no mow thing because
it was supposed to help the honeybees, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And help with,
Yeah.
Leave the dandelions so the honeybees can. Yeah.
And
So
this was the other one I thought was funny.
not
danger
feed
crocodile.
or molest.
Lest.
Oh, that's a little weird.
Don't molest the wildlife.
That gator has been in treatment for years, and he's got a story to tell, but let's not go there today.
And in honor of Garry, we picked up some watermelon when we were on our trip, and $6.98. And I swear some of these were like 15 pounds. They were just it was the best watermelon. Oh, it's the best watermelon I've had. Yeah.
Wow, it's kind of early, it seems.
Yeah, but it was some good watermelon.
Oh, I love watermelon so much.
Tell me what's wrong with. Tell me what's wrong with this picture.
Okay, tell the story about this bathroom.
So this is at a gas station we stopped at, and I'm at the urinal here, and there's someone that must have been over the stall and comes up here. And he said, "Sorry, man, I don't want to see your junk. I'm just going to back off until you're done," because it's so close to the.
Yeah, that's a bad design.
That's a bad design. I just had to go back and take a picture because it's so wrong in so many levels. But
I don't want to see your junk. And oh God, I hear that and I'm just heading out.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Help that Ryan stands 4 feet back and
right.
And he puts his hands on her tip.
Rifle here.
He puts his hands on her tip. He doesn't even guide his junk.
It's just aim and go. But this is the same spot where our favorite boiled.
That's the other place where you can get gas. Is at Aim and Go, right?
Aim and Go.
Yeah. And here's boiled peanuts, spicy and regular. So that's a kind of an acquired taste, but. So you could go in the bathroom, they could see your junk, and you come out and get some boiled peanuts.
Nice.
So,
and what about
you
the
can
other
wash
stuff?
your hands as you pee.
I think that's
right. That's good. That's why they designed it that way. You can get everything done at once.
Yeah.
Washing my hands here, boss. Washing my hands.
I think that's all I had loaded at this
milk
point.
Bottle.
Oh, yes. That's at a
We were
different
talking
assets.
about that
Giant.
fetish
Here
of
we go.
adults liking to dress like babies, and Scott.
Look at that.
Oh.
I don't have that formatted right, but
from Scott's vintage store in Aurora, Illinois, sent that. Apparently, he has items that appeal to that group.
To the Tykeable. We've learned that the online source is Tykeables, where you can buy your adult diapers, giant cribs, and playpens if you're so inclined.
So Leslie will be looking for a large box showing up at her house pretty soon.
Right, with a baby
From
bottle.
Scott.
Yes.
No, it's cool. I've got a shrunken head. That's really adequate.
okay.
I just need my
you don't need a
shrunken
baby
head.
Better
bottle.
the shrunken head. And Brian says, I see a Chucky doll. Yeah, can you put that back up? Because look at the stuff in the background.
Yeah, let me
That
go.
Scott sells. I mean, and you saw this. Both of you have been there.
I
And
have.
Here.
And again, I
there's
don't
a
know the
puppet.
correct way to put it up and format
Yeah,
it.
but look at all that stuff.
There's the
that he
Chucky
sells.
doll. There's the Chucky doll.
Chucky doll and some other stuff on the
Yeah.
shelf there that looks pretty interesting. And is that an alligator? No, it's a dinosaur, right?
It's a
Yeah.
T-Rex head.
Yeah.
I'm keeping this one. Sorry, you guys. I'm not sharing this yet.
Okay.
So yes, it's an experience because sometimes you go to look for the baby bottle and then you notice Chucky behind you, and we go to Chucky, you find something else. So it's really a destination.
And then there's the calf and formaldehyde.
Yes. Yes.
That's
No,
the
it's a
centerpiece.
pony.
Pony.
It's
Pony
a
and
pony
formaldehyde.
in
That's the centerpiece.
formaldehyde.
Not for sale. And
Yes, and if you're like my dad and want some vinyl, he has a whole back room of vinyl that you could get lost in easily too. That's
And Ryan showed us before we started his Angry Mama puppet that his wife owned before Leslie got hers.
Hey.
I don't need the competition. Bitch, get out of here. What's the matter with your face? Does she even have a face?
I think there we are.
Your head's
She
on
has a face.
backward. Anyway.
I want to see those two go at it sometime as a special feature. Let's do the homage to the sponsors, and then Ryan, you're going to do a Wisconsin report.
Nope. That was my Wisconsin report.
That's fine. That was meaty.
I'm piloting the ship today, so
yes, you're doing a fine job.
So
okay,
let me do
let's
that.
say hey to Bettenhausen Automotive.
Maybe.
See why the Chrysler Pacifica is considered the best road trip minivan in its class at Bettenhausen Chrysler in Tinley Park. Right now, get $1,000 bonus cash on your family's new 2023 Chrysler Pacifica. Have a safe and secure family trip this season. The Pacifica has the most standard safety and security features in its class, and it's the most technologically advanced minivan in America. Lease a new Chrysler Pacifica for only $459 per month. Your best buying experience starts now at BettenhausenCDJR.com.
Oh, you can get a lot of hauling done in that Pacifica, boy. The seats go down. Really, we had one for several months to use, and it just does the job that you need it to do. And Bettenhausen, in business over 60 years. I'll take care of you there. And if you're not in the Chicago, Illinois area, don't let that stop you. If you're buying a new car, they can ship. In fact, relatives are in, and they are not anywhere near Illinois, and they bought a Jeep from Bettenhausen and got it shipped. And I said today, how do you like the Jeep? We love this car. Yes, and you will too. Mike Maskow, the proprietor of Roast to Order Coffee and Tea, is in the mix today. He's here with us, and he's a good guy. We've had him on. He gives away gift cards when we have him on. He makes a product that's delicious. The tea is something that you might do that you don't do coffee. Great. That's organically grown. I do the coffee. Ryan doesn't drink coffee or tea. He starts his day with orange juice. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how people can start a day without coffee. I get jittery if I don't have coffee in the first hour or two after I'm awake. And I'm doing decaf some of the time. It's not because it's about the caffeine or anything. I just need the coffee. It's the coffee. Leslie, you're a press woman. You like to press it.
I do love my coffee press. On top of that, though, Mike's got this whole bold line of coffee because a lot of people just want that flavor. But like you said, it's not even for the caffeine. So they actually have a bold that's only a half calf. So you don't need to have the jolt. You just get that flavor. And golly, it is delish.
There's that's where you order it right there. roasttoorder.com. He'll ship anywhere in the continental United States if you want to send it as a gift. How about that? All right. Thank you, Mike, for all of your support. David Hochberg is your mortgage expert. David and his team. Listen to this. I was talking to David, and he was saying, okay, here, let me give you a word problem, and let me hear what you'll say about it. So say a house is $350,000, and you want to buy the house, and you go and you look at the house, and you realize, whoa, the furnace needs to be replaced. And then when you say that to the seller goes, oh, okay, we'll knock $10,000 off the price. And you're thinking maybe, well, that's a good deal. Now, David says, no, don't do that. That's not the best way to go. Get it in the closing costs. See, I wouldn't know how to do this. David, see, this is all that stuff. I don't know this stuff. A lot of people don't know all the little twists and turns of buying a house and all that. And he knows. He's seen all this stuff a million times.
So you're not having to deal with out-of-pocket expenses right after you've bought your house.
He has this all figured out, folks.
Put it in the oh,
yes, go for the free consultation.
Guy.
Yes, he'll give you that info in the free consultation. Then you'll go, boy, I got to do business with this guy. Those are the numbers. David Hochberg. All right, Leslie, I think you had some stuff that you had to deal with today personally, and you didn't have a chance to really flesh out those stories.
I would like to share it to some degree.
Do we want to queue up first?
Yes, we want to queue up first.
Oh,
the
okay.
giveaway. You have all the stuff. You showed it.
I
the
do.
phrase that pays is Project K9 Hero. There, put that in the queue. The computer will pick the winner in just a minute or so. That's the phrase, Project K9 Hero. Put that in there right now.
So normally I would try to have this put together better. I would have stories prepared for you, but our day took an interesting turn, and my husband is currently in the hospital getting a blood transfusion.
Oh.
So he's watching right now. Hey, baby.
Hey, get well
I'll be
soon.
there in a minute, and I've only had one glass, so I'll have everything
Right, you'll be able to
organized
drive
by the time I get there.
Okay,
Exactly. But shout out to Tim. Things are looking better now that he's getting blood-nated right now. And in the meantime, I did tease a really interesting story, and I've got a little bit about it. I should have once again written it up, but it's about the fact that this week Russia is debuting its first film shot in space. They did this. They pushed this so that they could beat Tom Cruise, because he and NASA were planning on doing some filming up there. Instead, Russia ends up sending this very prominent actress and a director to space for 12 days back in October. And now they've got this feature film. It's called The Challenge. And I guess it's like a guy is having trouble in space, and then they send up the sexy doctor. And
here we go. We know where this is going to end up at some point. It's going to be porn in space before too long. Yeah.
There's going to be the International Space Station, and then there's going to be that other one.
Yeah, well, they're going to show the docking, and it's going to be, the docking.
The docking, yeah. Look, because what did we find out? There's money to be made in that dirty adult stuff. And so there you go.
There was a viewer that just put something up, and I know you wanted to talk about this, about donating blood.
So with that, yeah, I mean, right now, my husband's life is being saved by someone's generous blood donation. So it makes you sit back and think, hey, if you can, this would be a really nice gift that you could give the world, is donate some blood. It costs nothing except a little bit of your time. And here, someone like my husband's day has gone from being really horrible to pretty damn optimistic. So yeah, it wouldn't be a sucky thing if you guys could donate some blood.
Greg is O positive.
Me too. Oh my God, we have so much in common, Greg.
Oh my God. All right, well, good luck to Tim, and we hope it's a good weekend for him and you. And we're ready for the giveaway project.
Okay, I should hold off on the liquor.
I know, right. You got a little. Oh, there's the top of the hour. We've hit the top of the hour.
It's
We're going to
mommy's
go to news.
medicine. It's okay.
Mommy's medicine, news, traffic, weather, and sports. We're back in 15 minutes. If that doesn't interrupt your flow too much. All right, here we go. Ryan, why don't you hit that button?
Ready?
Ready. You want to say hello to somebody?
Hi, everybody.
Stick save.
Stick save.
I think he's out of Tinley Park, Illinois, home of Bettenhausen, right? Isn't that what Stick Save is? I think so. Ryan, tell Stick Save what he should do.
You can either send a text to 773-888-2157 or message Garry on Facebook, or you can also email Garry Meier Show at GarryMeier.com. He will pass that along to Leslie, and we'll get those fabulous gifts out to you.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Sweeten it a little bit extra, too. Who knows?
You're going to sweeten it even more. Jesus.
I'm just feeling super happy and generous.
Good, good, good. And we're glad to support the listeners who support us and the viewers on Friday. All right, here comes the cannoli down the aisle. Take it. It's complimentary. Look at it. It's delicious. Wow, that's colorful.
Oh, my.
Ooh, oh, my. And this is the home of the kissing schnauzers. Leslie, what should we do with the schnauzer?
I would book it a spot on the International Space Station because apparently the filming going on up there hasn't involved a schnauzer yet, but it could.
Wow, 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 wow. All right, 3 in the green. Gear is down. Flaps are down. We'll talk to you Monday. The voice of the globe, the GarrForce, has landed.
Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
If you like that, I got other stuff I think you're going to like. This is the GarrForce.
Like and subscribe, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And please, please, please tell your friends and family to like and subscribe too.
YouTube.
More eyeballs. It's a good thing.
Subscribe to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel. That's what you should do. That's where we gather. Boom. Shakalaka.